Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we have something incredible to unbox and check out. You can see very clearly we've got some of the Marco Makes Rubbersaurs accessory packs here for you to check out. And we actually have them from Jurassic, who is the one who sent these over to me, and you can see on top of sending these over to me, he's also included a little compy. Now this compy is actually a shrunken down version of the Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Basic Compsognathus that Marco Makes had released a ways back, so that's really cool. I have the larger version, now I have the smaller version, and not only that, but it's actually painted by Jurassic, or Bradley, if you want to call him by his actual name, but I always loved his Instagram name, or just, I guess, his online screen name in general. But you can see, again, kind of like his card with his information and everything right there, as well as on the back it says, Compsognathus, sculpted by Marco Makes. Please consider following and supporting this artist. And of course, that's definitely something that you should do. But on top of the compy, he's also given me a baby velociraptor and painted it with a really nice greenish color scheme. And you can see from this paper here in the back, it says that this was sculpted by Sora. And if you are a follower of Marco or a follower of me, by now you've probably heard of Sora, who is the girlfriend of Marco Makes, who also sculpts out dinosaurs and all sorts of other things, which I believe actually she is responsible for, you know, a good bit of what we see going on here with these accessories. But again, please consider following and supporting this artist, which I absolutely agree with. You definitely should. So we'll pop those guys out of here in a few minutes, and we'll take a look at the dinosaurs that are included here. But again, you can see we've got basically just a nice white box, which has this very cool image here on the front, which says Rubbersaurs, and then of course accessories. I love the way that they kind of did this, where it has the Rubbersaurs logo, very professional-like, but then they basically have like a taped on, it's not actually taped on, it's all part of one piece of paper here, but the way that they kind of gave it the accessories thing, like a hand drawn with like a pen on a piece of paper and taped on, so it's kind of next to the Rubbersaurs. That looks really neat. But you can see, again, we've also got an image down here showing off quite a bit of what we have going on with these accessory packs. So let's go ahead, pop these boxes open, and check them out. So straight out of the packaging, we've got some super cool stickers, which have the paddock signs on them, which, again, is definitely something that any Jurassic Park or Jurassic World collector, specifically Jurassic Park with what we are looking at here, but would want to have in their collection. You know, you definitely want to have some paddock signs, and we have those here. We'll open those up in a minute. We also have this fun stuff over here, as we've got ourselves a few extras, including the Barbasol can in there. On top of that, we've got this, which we can't really see, so let's see if we can pop this out. Okay, there we go. Move that out of here. And look at how good that looks. Like, he's painted it with a really nice chrome finish, but also has kind of almost like a weathering to it, so it looks super realistic. That is absolutely fantastic. We also have, if we can pull the pieces apart, we'll go ahead and unravel this. Oh, we've got ourselves a paddock sign. There you go. We have the East Dock sign. So it's not technically a paddock sign, but it is the East Dock sign. And that is always awesome. You definitely, when it comes to like a Dilophosaurus display, having an East Dock sign is not a bad thing. And it actually turns. It swivels just like it does in Jurassic Park when Nedry kind of just flips it around. So that is really, really cool. On top of that, we've also got this, which, oh, look at that. That is super cool. This is the cryogenic chamber, basically, where you see all the DNA from Jurassic Park being stolen by Dennis Nedry. And yet again, look at the really nice kind of silver kind of chrome finish that we have on this. That is fantastic. Oh, look at that. We can pull it up, and there is the DNA samples. Oh, that actually completely blew my mind. I was not expecting that to happen. That is so unbelievably cool. And you can even see the DNA samples themselves are kind of painted out in there. Man, that is awesome. That just got so much cooler the second that came up. And then the final piece of the puzzle here with this first box is, carefully, let's open this up. Oh, there we go. So we have the paddock sign like I was speaking of a moment ago. And now we also have the stickers and everything. Whoa, where are you going? We have the stickers and everything that you could put onto the paddock sign, again, to give yourself the sign that you would like to include in your collection. So let's go ahead and push all of this stuff back here. Get everything back here settled and nice and sort of stored away for a moment. So I think we can establish which accessory pack this is, as we have all of the different screens you could possibly want to use for Dennis Nedry's computer. You could basically take your pick and then, use whatever screen you want. And they do appear to be, yes, they absolutely are stickers. So you can just apply it to the monitor, again, his computer monitor. Look at that, it stands. And of course, that's going to tell us what we've got going on in here. And you can also see, again, some more of the accessories that would be, going with the computer, including the phone, the keyboard, the mouse. Everything is in here when it comes to Nedry's, oop, I knocked that over, but Nedry's computer. Then we've got, again, some more stuff bubble wrapped, of course, so we make sure it's nice and safe in the packaging. And this, oh, we've got more tape. Let's remove the tape carefully. This is the computer monitor of Dennis Nedry, and you can see that looks awesome. Definitely need to pick out what screen I'm going to use. I don't know what one I want to use quite yet. That's a tough call. And then we've got one more piece here included in this one. Oh, actually, I was wrong. We have more than one piece. It's just all in one area of bubble wrap. So this one is the table where you would want to put the computer monitor for Dennis Nedry. And the final piece of the puzzle is Dennis Nedry's chair. So you can bring the chair in. You've got all of the pieces that would go on the desk next to his computer, as well as the computer screen of your choice. Man, Marco and Sora and Drasshole, which I can't stop laughing at his name every time I have to say it, but they did a phenomenal job on all of this stuff. Like, this is incredible, and we've still got one more box to go. And here is the final pack of accessories. As we open this up and we pull these out, we've got ourselves a big drum. It looks to be like a 50-gallon drum or something along those lines. And we've also got ourselves, let's pop this one open nice and carefully so we don't damage anything. We've got ourselves a crate, and it appears as though the crate opens up. Wow. So it somehow gets even cooler. And within the crate, we actually have some more stuff. You can see we've got what looks to be like a spotlight, possibly a flashlight, and a little walkie-talkie in here, which we could go ahead and put back in the crate. And you can see, again, the lid comes off of the crate, which is extremely, extremely cool. And a larger crate. Yes, we have yet another crate that we can include here. And yes, yet again, the top does come off. And yes, yet again, we do have something inside the crate. If I can get the plastic here out of my way, the bubble wrap sort of thing we've got going on. Oh, actually, there's another crate inside, so we'll carefully bring that out. So we've got that crate now out. And then we have another crate inside. And then we open that crate, and look, there's another crate. What is going on? So if we can get that one out. Oh, it's kind of stuck. Hold on a second. There we go. We've got that crate out, so we can now put the lid on that one. And then we've also got a smaller crate, which you, of course, can put the lid on and remove. So definitely a lot of really cool stuff in that one as well. Again, giving you basically your classic InGen area here that you could, create with all kinds of different crates they're storing things in, whether it be weapons, or maybe they're even throwing in some dinosaurs, including the small Raptor and Compy I have over here off to the side. So as you can see, there is a plethora of stuff here when it comes to these insanely awesome accessories to the Rubbersaurs line. If you are looking for some form of an accessory to add to your Jurassic Park or Jurassic World collection, This is a non-stop shop of amazing if you are looking for stuff like this, because you really can find pretty much anything and everything you could possibly want. So let's go ahead and jump to a really quick closer look at all of this amazing stuff. So first of all, we'll begin with what we had pulled out originally, which you can see are the paddock signs. Immediately you can see we've got so many different species here as far as what you can choose for your paddock sign, which one you want to go with. You've got the Brachiosaurus, the Dilophosaurus. You've also got all of the camera images, which again is definitely something that you would want to have for the top of the sign. And then you've also got the Velociraptor, Triceratops, Parasaurolophus, Tyrannosaurus, Gallimimus, and Compsognathus here included with these. And again, these are all stickers so that you can take these and apply them to the paddock sign. They look extremely impressive, very nice, very high quality. And the sign itself, the same can definitely be said for. You can see when you get nice and close, again, the actual texturing and everything to it looks really beautiful. You can see very realistic, and there's also some nice paintwork to it. You can see it's been painted with a gray, but I can kind of see almost like a little bit of a weathering that's been applied to it as well. Really impressive as far as that goes. Again, about as realistic of a paddock sign as it's going to get. Definitely an extremely cool addition. It also has some decent weight to it. Like, it's not super heavy, but it's also not super light. Again, so that aspect is also quite impressive. We've also got, and I may kind of go out of order with these because I'm just picking them up off of the table, but we've got the East Dock sign, and you can see again we've got the boat and everything, the island there. You can see as you move down you've got the East Dock, and then of course the arrow, which would have originally told Nedry where to go, but once he hit the sign, that was all over with. And you can see again it spins just like it did in Jurassic Park as you move along. Look at everything again, very well done. Definitely an awesome piece like this. I definitely am so psyched to have a very cool, articulated East Dock sign like this. We've also got that little baggie that had some other really cool extras in it. Again, you can see everything included with that. Also looks extremely impressive. Very high quality, like everything here is. Again, if it's, created by Marco, Sora, or Bradley, you can see, again, it's always going to be very impressive. And specifically the Barbasol can. I love this. Look at how cool it looks. Again, the actual can itself, everything is on here, even the writing on the back. It looks extremely, extremely cool. Definitely love having that in here, but that's, not to kind of downplay everything else we have included, because it's all fantastic. And then, potentially my favorite part of the first section here of stuff, the first set of accessories. Again, we've got our DNA samples here because we can pull the top up. And look at how cool that looks. I just cannot get over that. Every single time I pull that up, I'm honestly just as impressed all over again as I was the first time. I love that translucent look that they have to it. Again, definitely giving it the look that it has in Jurassic Park. And then, of course, having the actual DNA samples kind of painted out and everything. Like, that really is fantastic. You can see the inside as well. And again, you can place that right back down, pops down there, and it, just looks like that's not even something that can happen. It doesn't even look like you can pull the top off, but then you can. Oh, I love that. But you can see, again, everything also has that really nice, very shiny silver look to it, exactly as you would want it to. So definitely another beautiful addition, as well as this little tank that we have here. Again, you can see LN2 here on the side, also sporting that silver look like we had seen on the chamber there with the DNA samples. And then we move on over to the Nedry set, and you can see all of the different backgrounds that you can give to the computer screen. I don't know which one I'm going to go with, honestly. It's such a hard decision. Probably this one just because, but at the same time, I almost want to go with like that image that we have there. They're probably, in my opinion, the two most iconic, but you can go with even, this kind of stuff here for like when Lex and Tim were kind of trying to get the power back on and stuff. So you really can choose whatever you want. That is definitely awesome. And then we've got the computer monitor, which you can see, again, looks very well done. You're not going to expect to see too much going on as far as that goes, really, but it definitely matches very nicely to what you see in Jurassic Park when it comes to what the monitor looks like that Nedry was using, obviously. Considering this was made in 1993, the film, not this piece, but the film was made in 1993, we had those very large, impressively sized monitors back then, so that's exactly what we have here. As well as, again, the table, we've got the legs painted out with a black, the table is painted with a white, and also looks awesome. And then, of course, Nedry's chair, which is definitely something that you're going to want to have. You don't want him to stand there. You want him to be sitting in the chair, again, lounging basically the way he does at certain points in Jurassic Park. And that as well, again, looks really nice, nicely painted with a black coloration. And we also have the extras that are included with this set, which would be all the pieces that go on the desk of Nedry. And you can see you have everything that you could want as far as that goes. Again, even including his telephone, keyboard, and everything. So that as well looks really good. And you can see, again, when you get nice and close, like, look at how impressive that looks. That is really, honestly, on another level of impressive considering its size. And the same, for the phone, like, you can see all the fine detail within the phone itself is extremely, extremely well done. I don't know if Marco had sculpted some of this or if it was strictly Sora, but whoever is entirely responsible for this stuff did an amazing job. Then you've also got our big barrel drum here, and you can see, again, really well done, of course, from a sculpting standpoint, but also from the paint job aspect. You can see it's super nicely weathered, looks very dirty, exactly as you would expect to see. That's probably some of the most impressive paintwork in the set, because there isn't a whole lot going on when it comes to a lot of the other pieces that require numerous variations of color, but this definitely has it, and again makes it look extremely realistic. And then we move on to our crates, and you can see the crates as well look super real. Like, the actual paintwork that has been applied to these definitely gives it that real wood-like look. You can see, again, variation of browns and stuff on here, definitely adding some nice realism as a whole, not making it look 3D printed, again making it look like an actual genuine crate. And you can open them up again to see the inside, which they're obviously empty, and each crate is a different shape, different size, but you've got all the same sort of thing going on, again with the same style of paintwork and coloration, definitely giving you some incredible additions to any diorama that you might be thinking of creating for your Jurassic products. Again, the lids come off. These are as cool of a companion piece to any engine diorama as you're going to find. And you can now see, again, another small crate, and they seem to be getting a little bit smaller now, which is funny. I thought it was really quite humorous as I was opening them, how they just continued to be inside each other, and they were getting smaller and smaller, all the way down to, again, the smallest crate. And you can lean the lids here like this, like crooked, and have them partially open and stuff, just to, again, create a very cool diorama. And just like with the others, the actual sculpt looks so good. The paintwork as well, again, looks extremely, extremely well done. And then just like with the others, we've got the extras inside, which you can see, again, things like a flashlight, walkie-talkie and stuff like that, which those as well are really nicely done as far as like the fine detail and the general appearance, as well as the paintwork. You can see there's been so much that has gone into these. The flashlight just decided to try to take off, but I caught it. But there is so much that has gone into these, whether it be the paintwork, the sculpt work, and again, just the sheer amount of stuff that is included with these accessory packs. You have just so much going on, which again allows you to have some of the most amazing companion pieces to any diorama that you could possibly imagine up. And then we've also got the really cool dinos that Jurassic had included, one of which again is the Compy, which is basically the Marco Makes Basic JP 30th anniversary Compy, but at a much smaller size. And you can see it is very nice, and I have an actual review up already for that Compsognathus, but this is at a fraction of the size. And I must say, his paintwork on this, which again, this would be Bradley's paintwork, and look at how good of a job he's done on something so small. You can see how tiny this is in my hands. I've seen a lot of his paintwork on his Instagram account. He's always posting really cool customs and stuff that he's doing, and all kinds of Jurassic repaints and stuff, but it's really impressive to actually have something here in hand that was painted by him, especially something this small. You can see that is an extremely small Compy, and very well done when it comes to the paintwork. There's actual variation of color and everything included on that. And absolutely the same case for the very small raptor that was sculpted by Sora, which, man, I really think she should be sculpting more dinosaurs. She does such a great job. I've seen numerous models now sculpted by her. Like she has a really cool Compsognathus she sculpted out a while back that I actually wanted to get a hold of, and I just completely forgot about until right now. But I also have a set that Marco had released with a Walking with Dinosaurs style marine animal set that she had sculpted some stuff for in that. And of course now this extremely cool raptor, not to mention a lot of the pieces, maybe all the pieces that we've seen here, and I can't even begin to think of the other stuff, but there's definitely been more, that she has contributed to when it comes to her sculpting skills. And this raptor is honestly beautiful, definitely replicating a very small kind of a baby Jurassic Park Velociraptor really nicely. And yet again, Bradley's paintwork is really well done on this as well. Nice greenish color scheme, almost similar to what a Compy looks like as far as the colors, but definitely different tones as far as the coloration goes. But he's got the inside of the mouth painted out, the claws and everything, and you can't see again, super tiny, so it's very impressive how good of a job he has done. But these guys here are just basically the icing on the cake for all of this amazing stuff we have. So when it comes to an accessory pack, or numerous, I should say, accessory packs, these are probably some of the coolest things I've ever seen. And honestly, I would say each one of these different sets are pretty much a must-have, Either way you go, you've got an awesome set. You have the set that has the crates and stuff, and when it comes to those crates, you've got like the, different sizes in the crates, so you can have like the large crate, you've got medium-sized crates, smaller crates, kind of longer crates, and you've also got, on top of that, you've got really cool extras like flashlights and walkie-talkies, and then of course a pretty massive barrel to go with everything. And all of those pieces definitely give you almost like that InGen starter kit, the type of stuff that you probably would have seen all over the place in the Lost World Jurassic Park. And again, definitely a set that gives you so much potential when it comes to giving you different dioramas or just generally really nice display pieces to go with like some Dino Toy photography, stuff like that. Really well done overall, and everything in that pack looks fantastic. You've also got, of course, the Dennis Nedry set, and that one is really cool as well. If you are a fan of Nedry or just generally want to kind of recreate some scenes of Nedry, some of his most infamous scenes, this is a great way to go as well. I love the fact that when it comes to the monitor, you have different stickers that you can choose to put on, so you can basically give it whatever, screen, whatever display you would like, and that's awesome. You've also got his chair, of course, the keyboard, the mouse, you have the phone, the actual computer itself, and even all the way down to having a container holding the floppy disks, which is pretty funny because I bet you a lot of people nowadays probably have no idea what floppy disks are, unless you're, of course, around my age. But again, everything you could possibly want to kind of recreate the scene of Dennis Nedry's work area, you got it right here. Again, everything looks fantastic in that set as well. And then on top of that, you've got the other set that features really cool stuff. Again, all mostly related to Dennis Nedry here, except for the fact that we have a paddock sign, but you have a beautiful paddock sign. Not to downplay that, the paddock sign is fantastic. The sculpt is incredible on that, as is the very nice paintwork with that solid gray tone that we have, but it does seem to have a little variation of color to it. You have, again, different choices as far as the stickers to go with it. You can choose whatever sticker you want to create whatever paddock you want. I went with the Velociraptor, and I think, again, it looks really good once the stickers are applied to the paddock sign itself. You also have the LN2 canister, which is something, that's kind of like that tank that we have there. Again, really well done, really nice paintwork with that silver tone. It looks so good on that. You've also got the storage area for the embryos, and what is really cool about that is the fact that, of course, the top pulls up, but you can also take that little silver piece that I had shown you guys that came in like that little baggie with the accessories. You put that inside, and now you can have the actual top of the storage area for the embryos kind of stand up, and you can have it open just like you see in Jurassic Park, and that is also awesome. And the inside of that is great. I love that kind of translucent blue they have going on. You've also got the East Dock sign, and the fact that the arrow spins is incredible. You can't ask for a better East Dock sign than that. So, and then of course you also have, actually before I even go too far, you also have the flashlight as well as the Barbasol can, which again, all must-haves when it comes to a Dennis Nedry diorama. So if you are interested in picking up any of these amazing products, any of these amazing accessory packs, I will include links in the description to where you can do that, as well as links to all of the social media accounts of both Marco Makes as well as Sora, and of course Jurassole. So if you are interested, check those links. Absolutely pick up some of these incredible accessory packs, and also like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.